guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have part 3 of the 7th anniversary here to go ahead and take a look. Of course, they know what's good. Double Gogeta on the celebration info. Got to love that. The part 3 is actually pretty stacked with content, seriously. I think the 7th anniversary has been very good so far. I would say this is the best celebration in Dokkan history. Free-to-play units, I think, are definitely a bit lackluster, but the celebration overall is just so very, very good. Okay, so we have, just, like, login, missions, blah, blah, blah. This is the co-op campaign right here. This is not really a fun one. The other ones were better, where it's like, do certain stages, or clear any stages, or whatever. This one is just do the EZAs, right? The 3 different EZA events, because that's what came out last night. In terms of new characters, we got 5 new EZAs. Now, I should talk about Vegito and Gogeta and the Ultimate Red Zone and stuff like that. We'll do that in a second, but I think the 3rd year anniversary LRs, those are the absolute keys for a lot of people beating the Ultimate Red Zone. They are going to be like the most important units, besides like the 7th anniversary LRs. The reset that the 3rd year anniversary LRs give you, the full heal, is just, invaluable. It's, like, for Vegito, you full heal, and then, like, for 3 turns, you get the best unit in the game or something, or close to it. Like, it's very crazy. But yeah, just do all the EZAs and stuff like that, and we'll get this. No wallpaper from this, huh? Yeah, typically the last couple of years, this has given us a wallpaper. Because they could have, if we... So we have the Vegito versus Zamasu wallpaper. We got Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Kid Buu. We got Goku versus Broly. We have the Gogeta Blue versus Broly. But we don't have Gogeta versus Omega. They could have done that as a wallpaper. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Omega. Yeah, because typically these give us a wallpaper at the end. This part 3 right here. Okay. We did get a wallpaper Goku and Chi-Chi from the... whatchamacallit? The story event. For the Goku and Chi-Chi, though. Okay, so we have that. That is, of course, the co-op thing right there. We have the EZA area for LR, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Goku and Chi-Chi, and Vegeta and Bulma. A lot of these units really are not too impressive, honestly. I mean, the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, of course, are, I think, very good, but a lot of these other characters are just really not. These two are... Dude, I just don't know when or where you're ever using them. They're just not that good. Again, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks potentially could help you in some events. See, what's weird is, like, this unit has no tech. Like, it's literally just key attack and defense everywhere. You would think, because, like, Roshi last year was really good in the God event, right? Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, like, I mean, you could beat a red zone, one of the tough red zone stages with them, but, like, are they good in there? I would say no, right? They're not doing something that you really need. So I don't know. Again, this is the 1L for the 7th anniversary. It's just these 3 characters are just very not good, not great, mysterious, I would say. Again, remember, I mean, more than ever, power creep is a real thing now that there's events where 1,000,000 defense and you're taking damage, right? Like, keep that in the Ultimate Red Zone. 1,000,000 defense, it does not guarantee you take 0 damage. Keep that in mind. So, yeah, power creep is definitely power creeping. All right, so these are the most important shit around. We have the EZAs for the 3rd year anniversary Gogeta and the 3rd year anniversary Vegito. Again, these are absolute must-runs and must-haves. I think most people who beat these Ultimate Red Zone stages, it's going to be on the backs of these 2, I'm thinking, right? You could run the LR Super Saiyan 4 team, and you have both. You could have these 2, plus the LR Super Saiyan 4s, plus the LR Gods on the same team. And you will cook with all these characters together, right? For sure. Okay, so we have them. I believe the Gogeta unit, they are weak to, what is it? Is it Fuse Fighter? I believe they're weak to Fuse Fighter. Actually, let me quickly double check this, because one is weak to Fuse Fighter, the other is weak to Final Trump Card. Let me just quickly double check. Okay, so Gogeta is weak to Fuse Fighter, and then Vegito is weak to Final Trump Card. I don't think these are going to be so bad to do, because those two categories do have a lot of good LRs on it. But yeah, I mean, I haven't done them yet. I do have to jump into them, obviously. Again, these two, in base, these units aren't the craziest. They're definitely solid, right? And you're not running them slot 1, stuff like that. But, you know, you've got some dodge chance. You know, they've got some decent stats. You know, I think they're going to be like 250k-ish potential defense or in that range or something like that. Like, they're definitely solid. But what makes these units crazy, the turn condition is absolutely not a problem whatsoever, right, in the Ultimate Red Zone. Under 50% HP on turn 6, and then you get the full heal, and then Gogeta and Vegito both are just going to be so impressive in the Red Zone. Vegito is better. I think with the damage, just that outright damage reduction and all the damage he's going to be doing, I do think he's better. Gogeta is going to be very good as well, though, right? Like, people, oftentimes when units like this come out, people will look at the better one and say he's amazing, and then they look at the one that's not quite as good and they say they suck. It's literally not true at all. I think Vegito is better, but this Gogeta is God. Dodge in all of the Red Zone stages outside of Android 13 and Broly completely cooks. So Gogeta will be really, really good in almost all the stages. Remember, there's 14 Red Zone stages. The first 4 are nothing. Legic, Lude, Turles, and Slug are just basically like nothing, right? They're a little bit weaker, I think, than almost like the God event. But like once you get to Cooler, and then Rildo and beyond for both of the events, you have a lot of really, there's basically 10 stages that are harder than the God event, I think. So in those 10 stages, you know, Gogeta can completely dominate in quite a few of them. So, you know, definitely, you know, make good use of him and make good use of Vegito for sure, right? These units are so important. Running them, getting the heal reset, because remember, you're only able to bring one item into the Red Zone. One item slot. So that's, you basically get 2 items by, you know, bringing 1 item slot. So these units healing and then being, you know, some of the better units in the game after, you know, you get the full heal reset. So valuable. Okay, so we can go ahead and get rid of them. We have Chain Battle as well, against Great Ape Vegeta. I mean, Chain Battle sucks, but it, you know, we got Chain Battle up, I guess, man. I don't know what else to say. And then of course we have the Ultimate Red Zone stages. So there's 6 new stages. On the GT side of things, we have Super 17. He absorbs Ki Blast super attacks. Well, actually, yeah, he heals from them. So like a perfect example is I used LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku's active skill. Super 17 absorbed it, and then he healed, right? So that is very unfortunate. That's actually, that makes Super 17 really tough. Because you can't, you know, make use of the 7th anniversary LR's active skills. Gogeta Blue Fusion, and then the Ultra Big Bang Kamehameha. Both of those are beam attacks, and they would just heal Super 17. There potentially is a scenario where you could utilize it, though, for like Gogeta to like crit, and then potentially like you have all crits for the rest of the turn, but those active skills just hit so hard because the units stack. So because again, when you use the active skills, you get full crits for the turn, but you'll just heal Super 17 too. Like you'll like full heal him with the active skills, so you just can't use them. All right, so there's Super 17. Then after that, you fight the Shadow Dragons. The Shadow Dragons are definitely tough because there's 6 phases. I believe Ice Shenron locks, Nova dodges and does really big damage. Oceanus has to be killed by a super attack. What is it? Like, I believe Rage Shenron, he just nullifies blast super attacks, right? Like, a lot of the Shadow Dragons have different gimmicks in there. I would probably say that's the easiest of the GT stages. And then Omega, it's hard to say who's the harder fight in the game between Omega and Broly. I would probably say Omega, but actually the thing about Omega is that I believe in his final phase, so Omega has 3 phases. First fight is Shadow Dragon Army, then Sin Shenron, then you fight Omega. In that final phase, I believe Omega, he does a countdown to his super attack. And then I think like that's the only place he super attacks is after the countdown is done. So with that, you sort of are able to like, know when his super attack is coming and stuff like that. It should be the last attack. I think is of his second turn or his third turn or whatever it is. That would be when Omega would pop that super attack. The only thing is I don't know that there's a unit in the game that can actually tank Omega's super attack. You have to dodge it or counter it or nullify it or something. You can't. I don't think you can. I don't know any unit in the game that could potentially survive because you can't. The thing about these events is like you can think, oh, I'll turtle with like the hybrids and just stack forever. But it's like these bosses hit so hard right away out of the gate. Like it's like you don't have time to stack. Like good units like the LR Super Saiyan 4s, they could stack, but you don't have time to bring like. I mean, AGL LR Gohan or something like that, he's going to get cooked. He's not going to be able to survive, Omega's super attack. So you have to be ready to use some sort of tech against it, right? Janemba. I'll tell y'all, LR Janemba is one of the very best units in the game for all of these stages. So that's the GT side of things. Omega is just so hard, right? He's just doing so much. There's points where he seals, he locks, he's got that countdown. It's just, Omega is just like he just hits so hard and he has so much health and he's so tanky. And the movie side of things, Bojack is probably the weakest of all 6 stages. I would probably Bojack wasn't really too terrifying compared to the other ones. That first fight though against his 4 minions, Zangia, Bujin, Beto, and Gokua, that just takes a long time because there's 4 enemies. Like oftentimes I was getting to turn 4 before I even finished that first phase off. So that is actually a stage where you potentially could build up a little bit against Bojack. Bojack does hit very hard though, so you do want to be careful of Bojack. Janemba. Janemba is when I was able to cook him pretty easily. Janemba, he didn't really give me too much trouble. Janemba has just only 2 phases, but he does have a rage mode. I assume when Janemba goes into that rage mode, if he gets a super attack off on some unit that's not ridiculous, you're just instantly dead, is the way I assume Janemba's going to work. Janemba, I believe, does dodge, and I think he does have some random orb changing, but nothing too crazy. And then we get to Broly. Now, Broly is really hard because he cancels dodging. Now, they had to do this, thinking about it, because you could go in here with Tech God Goku and Tech Caulifla. It's just too much. Like, you're just able to cheese him too much. So they made it to where you can't dodge against him. So that way Tech Caulifla doesn't do anything in here. But Broly's first 2 phases doesn't seem like it's really too much. But his 3rd phase, he AoE super attacks. Which, again, like you can go in there. Janemba will absolutely kill him with his blast nullification. The tech androids, androids 19 and 20, characters like that will do great against Broly. But then you make it to Broly's final phase, and in his final phase, I believe he could double super. So it's like Broly is just a menace. I actually think Broly probably. It's harder to say who's more difficult between Broly and Omega. I feel like I want to say Broly because the AoE super attack is just so cheap. It's not, because remember, Baby does an AoE normal attack, but he just hits really hard. Broly's doing an AoE super. So it's like Broly, my first experience with it, he hit my God Goku with the AoE super for double-digit damage. Then he hit my Int Broly, who's amazing, for almost 500k. And then I believe he hit Tech Kale and Khalifa for, I think, around 800k. That was his AoE super attack. So it's just... that is going to be hell to make it through Broly's AoE super phase, right? That's going to be really tough. And then we have, so there's the 2 banners. So you get a bunch of tickets, from the Ultimate Red Zone. And these banners are actually pretty good. Like, the rewards are good because not only do you get a support memory that's really good, you get the Kakarot support memory, which buffs movie hero allies and gives Goku units ki, and then you get the Kakarot support memory, and then the Farewell Goku support memory from the GT one, which buffs GT heroes and then gives Goku ki. Those are so good. And then again, you get the tickets, which you can use for these banners right here. Now, the featured unit listings for these banners are obviously not good, but like all the GT LRs would be unfeatured in here, right? All the movie LRs are unfeatured in here. So I saw people pulling LR Janemba from this, which is crazy. LR Janemba, right now, the Ultimate Red Zone is really hard because there's very few teams that can comfortably comfortably do it. But you need like a full 170% leader above to go in. You can't dude, the Hybrid Saiyan team, you get one shot. Like if you just get a bad super attack anywhere at all, because these bosses hit so hard. So it's like you need full 170% and across leader skills. So many teams right now, many units in the game are not really able to be utilized correctly in the red zone. But like Janemba, as soon as he gets like a 170%, 180%, 200% lead, he's actually one of the best units in the game in here. I love the Janemba Kid Buu rotation will work so good in here. But it's just, again, right now we just need a complete reset of leader skills. We just need a shit ton of units over the next couple months to come out at full 170% and above, which I do think we're getting, right? I mean, we know AGL Blue Vegeta's getting a ZCA, I assume I think it's Saiyan Day. And with that, we're going to get a full 170% pure Saiyan lead. That's going to be awesome, right? So there we go. I believe that covers all of the info here for part 3 of the 7th anniversary. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I think this is the best celebration. Oh, let me not forget this. So we have 3 new missions each to the GT Legendary Goku event, as well as the Legendary Vegeta event. These are all very, very, very easy too. These missions, these ones are not going to be difficult whatsoever. So these missions right here, we have Legendary Existence, Sworn Enemy, and Fuse Fighter for the GT Goku event, all Child's Play. And then for the Vegeta event, we have Planetary Destruction, Fate Induced Battle, and Beyond Super Saiyan. Again, all Child's Play. So those will not be tough. So there we go. Amazing, amazing 7th anniversary celebration. Just need the powerful leader skills to keep pumping out after this. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.